Bonjour Singapore, welcome to a journey to France. Over the next 10 days, we'll be journeying across various cities in France, exploring some of the best produce that this beautiful country has to offer. Think tender and juicy chicken from Mira, delicious cheeses from Mons, decadent pralines from Weiss, scrumptious hams from Pierre Orteza, rich and creamy foie gras from Rouget, sweet candied chestnuts from Corsiglia, and caviar from Sturia. There will also be plum and juicy oysters from Parc Saint-Kerber, Merlot from Chateau Margondo, and butters from Bordia. Finally, end off with refreshing champagne from Philippe Cognac in Champagne. Join us on this gastronomic journey. So, suivez-moi dans ce voyage gastronomique.
They have all this area just for them. So it means that they can live outside, they can run, they can eat, they can breathe, they have the sun, they have the wind, they have everything, they have a very comfortable life. Jean-Michel is breeding cows as well. And he put his cows here, okay? And the cows made the quality of the soil as well, because they eat and because they do what they have to do, but they maintain the quality of the soil, which is important then for chicken.
C'est comme ça qu'on arrive à avoir le meilleur produit. On sait que c'est pas, on doit travailler avec la nature, on doit travailler avec les saisons, et puis avec ce que le sol nous donne. Voilà, tout simplement. Ouais, ici c'est la nature, la liberté.
So this is, Jean-Michel explained what I said before, is that they spend 3 to 4 months outside doing the muscle. They run, they do the muscle. When the muscle is big enough, we put them here for 25 days and they eat this rich food to make the marbling of the meat. We call it the 5-star hotel for poultry, you see, because they sleep and they eat. They love it. How to recognize a breast chicken? Red comb, white feather, blue legs, French color. But typically, this is a top quality poulard de Bresse. Voilà. That's what we do the best, and that's definitely what the chefs are looking for when they want top quality chicken.
Speciality of cheeses in Maison Mons is a particularity with the hard and semi-hard past cheeses. For example, a Beaufort, Alpage Beaufort, that's a very nice cheeses. And you have a special Comté. And it's very important to understand if the cheese is ready or not ready. A good balance with the texture, little salty, not more, little sugar, and that's a good balance with the past. And the flavor and the aroma is very important. For me, that's the goal when you like to have a good satisfaction with your client. Innovation in my job, that's to transfer the very old system in this time now. So for me, that's the innovation in the cheese. Le bon goût est universel pour moi. For me, that's not a problem with a different population, a different country. Okay? Le bon goût, tout le monde le connaît, tout le monde peut le trouver. Mais il faut juste avoir l'éducation. For me, that's very important to make a very good cheese. That's the first step. But another step is very important when you have a different person to work with you, farmer, another person, cheesemaker, everybody in this company to be very happy. So each person is happy, a cheese is marvelous.
At base, either we are making single origin, so we respect the terroir of an origin. But we also are making blending. Because we are mastering all the knowledge and we are able really to emphasize very specific notes of each origin, we want to blend them to have specific signature, to really create unique taste. We have also a specific process which allows to have a very fruity taste. It's really fruity, it's not overcooked, over caramelized, it's really fruity. So it's like you open the nut and you have something very, very fresh.
We manufacture all the candied citrus range and the laboratory product, everything which is packed in tins and pasteurized from January to middle of July. And then from September to December, we are manufacturing only marron glacé. There is one harvesting season, then 9 days in the water, then the peeling. After we receive them, we put it in tulle. The boiling and candying 7 to 10 days. Syrup in the chestnut. We are the only manufacturer in the world who get this know-how and these recipes, and thanks to this we develop export a lot for marron glacé. Yummy, tasty.
sont dans le Périgord noir, au pays du foie gras, terre de producteurs fermiers et labellisés, de la famille Rougier, de Jean Rougier et de Jacques, qui ont contribué énormément à la région pour développer la filière foie gras. C'est pour cela que la maison Rougier travaille avec de grands noms de la cuisine française et internationale. De grands chefs cuisiniers nous ont fait confiance pour travailler en collaboration avec eux. Un bon foie de canard, c'est quoi? C'est d'abord un calibre, qui ne soit pas trop gros ni trop petit. Il faut qu'il soit souple. Et ça, c'est la confection de toutes nos recettes foie gras. Déveinage manuel, façonnage à la main, scellage à la main, maturation, fabrication. On couvre et on met au frigo. Et on laisse macérer minimum 2 heures. Alors comment déguster un foie gras de canard? Moi j'ai préférence sur un pain toasté. Dès qu'on entend le craquement, ça va nous éveiller un peu notre sens derrière sensoriel et ça va nous mettre en appétit. Quand on va l'avoir en bouche, mais il ne faut pas hésiter de le mâcher. Rien que de le patiner 2-3 fois et de le mâcher, on va réchauffer un peu la matière et c'est là qu'on va exhumer les sensations qu'on a, soit les senteurs de poivre, de sel, d'alcool. Convin, on parlait des vins de Loire, des vins demi-secs. Le summum, c'est le champagne.
Qu'ils sont calmes, mais ils ont du jus. J'élève comme les fermiers et après je travaille le porc-vache comme les fermiers, mais je ne fais pas que du porc-vache, je fais également du jambon de Bayonne, je travaille même du porc blanc. Ici on reçoit beaucoup d'écoles, on a 3-4 écoles par semaine. On a les petits, on a l'école hôtelière, l'école de commerce, l'école d'agriculture. J'élève des petits cochons dans la montagne pendant 14 mois et ensuite les jambons, ils arrivent ici puisqu'ici ils sont affinés 1 mois par kilo. Les quintois, les porcs ibériques qu'on a, les petits cochons noirs et blancs, ils restent jusqu'à 20 à 24 mois affinés. On a la chance ici, dans la vallée des Aldudes, on a le climat qui nous permet de sécher ce jambon naturellement. On a l'humidité de la mer. Et on a le vent du sud, l'Aïségua qu'on appelle, qui nous sèche ce jambon naturellement. Aujourd'hui, on travaille avec 24 pays, dont Singapour.
Magondo is a family chateau. I am the third generation who work on the vineyard, and it's a great work. It's hard work, but it's very interesting. You are on the Fronsac appellation. It's an area produced near Saint-Émilion and Palmerolles. It's about 750 hectares, and you have a little part of 300 hectares of Canon Fronsac. particularity of Chateau Magondo is only Merlot. So here we are in the vinification cellar. Here you transform the grapes in wine. When you make red wine, you take the grain and the juice together. Alcoholic fermentation is during 8 days, 5 or 8 days. We keep the wine with the grapes about 2 or 3 weeks more for extract more grass, more roundness, and we taste the wine. The wine comes from the vat is vin de goutte, and the wine comes from the press is vin de presse. We keep alone the two wine at 20 or 24 degrees for having the second fermentation. His name is fermentation malolactique. It's making by bacteria, and it's a desacidification of the wine, simply. Here you are in the aging cellar. I research the best balance on the wine and the barrels, but not caricature wine, very roundness and pure, which we research for the passion. For the Baucis, it is a classic aging barrels Bordeaux.
Captivity, so here we can grow them on average up to 7.5 kilo for berry and 11-12 kilo for Guldenstati. And the yield, so the amount of caviar you got from the fish is around 10% for berry and 13% for Guldenstati. We put the fish for 2 years in the ponds, shady water. That's the kind of water the sturgeon really like because it looks like what they have in their natural environment, estuaries. And then we put all the fish that will give caviar this year, 2 months in those lines, raceways we call them. It's really pure water. So the fish is purified and then they go to the production sites.
C'est très joli celui-là.
So for each fish we put a number and we measure the eggs of each fish to have an average size. One fish will give us an average of 1 kilo caviar. In one fish, the size and the color are the same for all the eggs. The minimum size is 2.5 millimeters for one egg. And the bigger eggs we've got it's 4 millimeters. And all the eggs over 3 millimeters are put in a selection prestige. To have some batches between 5-10 kilos. You just have to compare the eggs together. The size it's quite easy because we just measure. And you see the color is the same in the same basket. Yeah.
I think the caviar from Soria is a very good quality. I think caviar is very interesting because we can use caviar with all, with beef. We make like a plate with beef, with cheese, with fish, with vegetable, with nothing, just caviar. And it's very, I think caviar is very delicate.
The main part of the company is Les Parcs Saint-Clairbert, which is growing oysters in Mont-Saint-Michel Bay since three generations. The grandfather of my wife who starts 1930. Total export from France is around 12,000 tons. We produce around 120,000 tons in France. These oysters, they arrive in the farm very small. And we will grow them during 3 years. And then we're gonna grade them. We have 5 kinds of oysters, 5 sizes. The smallest the number is, the biggest the oyster is. So here we start in the company with number 4. So number 4 is the smallest. Number 3 is medium size. Number 2 is big size. 1 very big and 0 very, very big. So up to 130 grams. In that pools, we will do 2 things. First, we give a sanitary quality for the products. It's a depuration tank. And the second thing, we're going to train the oysters to close a kind of fitness center for oysters. They need to be more muscle. If we just take the oysters and send it to you, after 2 or 3 days, they will open. Here we stay 48 hours because we want to have a higher standard than the regulation. We soak the oysters together. If we have a stone noise, that means that the oysters are full of water, hermetically closed and alive, so that they can travel. So that means the oysters is not strong enough. These oysters are still good, but they cannot travel. They will go back for 6 more months until they get better, and they do the same cycle until they learn or they die.
Recette pour notre clientèle va démarrer de ce beurre doux. Chaque client va choisir sa propre recette avec le taux de sel et, s'il le souhaite, son taux d'ingrédients. Jean-Yves Bordier a 2 passions, les produits laitiers et la voile. Et dans cet appareil, on a marié les deux. Ce malaxeur en bois, c'est comme le pont d'un bateau. C'est le chantier naval de Saint-Malo qui nous l'a fait. C'est qu'on va faire des plaquettes de 250 grammes, de 500 grammes. C'est de là que va venir le terme taper le beurre. Parce qu'on va continuer à l'assouplir, on va continuer à mélanger le sel et ça va nous permettre de lui donner la forme. Donc le client a choisi sa recette, le client va choisir maintenant le poids de ses beurres et il va choisir la forme de ses beurres maintenant. Donc le premier client peut choisir le carré, le deuxième client peut vouloir travailler dans le rectangle, le troisième dans des formes un peu rondes, le quatrième peut être sur un cône. Mais après, pour aller plus loin dans l'ultra personnalisation, on va vraiment aller dans l'estampillonnage. Le premier métier de Jean-Yves Bordier, il a toujours été crémier fromager.
Champagne region is about 34,000 hectares of vineyards. And where we are right now is Le Mesnil-sur-Oger, a Grand Cru of the Côte des Blancs. Côte des Blancs is south of Épernay region, where we grow all the Chardonnays. When you produce only Chardonnay champagne, it's called Blanc de Blanc, white wine from white grapes. Champagne Philippe Gonnet has been established in 1830. We are the 7th generation of the family. I work with my brother, he's the winemaker. We decided to export most of the wines, 70% exactly, in more than 35 countries, because our wines are a very niche champagne, special Blanc de Blanc, very special minerality that comes from our soil in Le Mesnil-sur-Oger, which is the epicenter of the Chardonnay region in Champagne. This is where you find the highest acidity and where you can produce very elegant wine, very pure wines, and with this special minerality that comes from the soil, 40 meters deep of white chalk. And when the roots of the vineyards are going very deep into the soil, they get all those minerals, and that's what you find in the wine, these fresh minerals that makes you salivate before a dinner, that makes you hungry, and which is so pleasant to drink.